Welcome to Journey of One. This is where I go on a journey to experience all that life has to offer and have fun doing stuff around Los Angeles and other areas. Most of the time I'll be going on my own, but that doesn't mean I won't be joined occasionally by friends and family. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Let's begin the journey. This week's video is dedicated to Chuck Nishihara, a friend and coworker. I've known him for about a year, and one of the many things that we talked about and got to know about each other was his passion for the Lakers and Kobe Bryant, who he's a big fan of, as am I. One of the things that we had planned to do was go see a Laker game at the Staples Center before he retired at the end of the year. Unfortunately, Chuck passed away on February 13th, and so he wasn't able to go. So this week, I'm going on a journey for him to go see the Laker game and go hopefully see Kobe Bryant play one last game at the Staples Center. So this video is dedicated to Chuck, but I hope you all enjoy it. Staples Center is located right next to downtown Los Angeles. It's a beautiful building and huge once you get up close, with some cool architectural features that look great in the day as well as at night when it's lit up. Staples Center is located on Figueroa Street and Chick Hearn Court, which is this street named after the famous Lakers announcer that would broadcast all their games. Out front were bronze statues of famous athletes who've played here, including Laker Hall of Famers Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and Jerry West, whose silhouette is used as the NBA logo. Other statues include boxer Oscar De La Hoya and hockey all-stars who played for the Los Angeles Kings, Luc Robitaille, and the great one himself, Wayne Gretzky. As this is Kobe Bryant's final season before he retires, many fans lined up to take pictures to thank him for the 20 years as a Laker great. Since I arrived at the stadium before they were letting people in, I got a chance to walk around the LA Live area right across from the Staples Center. At LA Live, there are a ton of places to check out, including many fine restaurants and bars, as well as the Grammy Museum, or even recreational things like a huge movie theater and bowling at Lucky Strike, who is out showing their Lakers support this evening. LA Live and the Staples Center are located right in downtown LA, which always feels like being in another city, like New York, where tall buildings are much more common. LA Live looks pretty cool at night when lit up, and is also a place many concerts are held at the Microsoft Theater, formerly known as the Nokia Theater. Back at the Staples Center, Nike set up a tribute to Kobe. This hallway played people booing Kobe, which I'm sure drove him to get better. There were photos of Kobe throughout the years, including his 5 championships he won with the Lakers. They set up a sort of mad science kind of room, illustrating the tech and inspiration that inspired the many Kobe Bryant shoes from Nike that have come out throughout the years. This would have been a cool experience I know my friend Chuck would have loved seeing, as I'm sure he owns several pairs of Kobe shoes. The doors to the Staples Center finally opened, letting the excited crowd into the stadium. Tonight, the LA Lakers were playing the Brooklyn Nets. I got to sneak in on the lower level to take a quick close-up look as the two teams did their warm-up shoot-arounds before the game. Unfortunately, that was about as close as I got, as the only ticket I could afford was way up in the nosebleed section. However, even being as far away as possible, they weren't bad seats, and were kinda cool as you got a view of the entire stadium. And it was actually an interesting view of the game from this more top-down perspective. It was pretty cool seeing a close-up view of the retired jerseys of the Lakers greats, as well as their many championships throughout the years. After the national anthem, they did the player intros, which was done in a really cool way for the Lakers, with this drop-down curtain becoming a 360-degree screen that they were able to play Laker highlights on in order to get the crowd pumped and ready for the game. Here you can see the starting lineup for the Lakers as they were announced and came out to join their team on the floor. The Laker girls came out and helped get the audience ready as we finally got to the start of the game with the opening tip-off. While sitting far from the action, you could still easily keep up with everything going on, which actually reminded me a bit of how it looks when you play NBA video games. Unfortunately, Kobe was out with an injury for the game, but he was on the bench rooting for the team. He's the guy in the black suit behind those other players in the white shirts there. As enjoyable as it was to watch the beautiful and talented Laker girls dance, it was a lot of fun when the cameras were turned on the crowd as they tried to dance and get featured on the big screen. The halftime show featured dancers from the studio, a dance studio located in Rolling Hills, actually just a bit south from where I live. There was also this guy who got a chance to shoot for $90,000 if he could make this half-court shot. I'm pretty sure I could do it if I got the chance. Near the end of the game, the Lakers were winning with just seconds to go. If the Lakers won and kept the opponents under 100 points, Jack in the Box would give everyone free tacos, which is why the crowd is chanting, "We want tacos." Fortunately, they were able to score with just a second left and get to 101 points. No free tacos. But we did go home with these neat Kobe bobblehead figures, which were given out to everyone before the game. And the night ended well as the Lakers won, defeating the visiting Nets 107-101. That'll do it for this week. Hope you enjoyed watching and come back next week for another journey. Hey Chuck, this game was for you. It was a pleasure working with you. You were a good man. I was proud to know you. The Lakers won tonight. I think they were playing for you. Too bad Kobe didn't play, but Kobe was there, and I know you would have loved seeing him. Miss you, man.